bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Aprati, and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Patrick Kitching, mayor of the village of Alsip. Today we'll be talking about economic development. Mayor, great to have you back on the program.
Great to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me again.
Well, I understand that you have this brand new website. You've actually revamped the website. Tell me a little bit about some of the information that's on there.
Well, we've had the website for some time, but what's really new about it is that we have a video tour book on there. It contains 6 videos, and the videos pretty much self-explanatory. One is about education, one is a welcome, one is talks about the industry that we have, and also about our neighborhoods and things. It's very nice and very informative, so anybody that was interested in also could learn a lot from visiting our website.
Wonderful. And I understand that with a lot of economic development taking place in your area, obviously that would be also provided within the website.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're looking forward to continuing with the programs that we have in place. You know, we have a couple of TIFs in place already. One is pretty much filled up, and that would be the Deer Park subdivision.
Okay.
There is still a large piece of industrial property still to be developed in that one. But the other one had been abandoned a few years ago because the developers at the time had backed off, and we'd love to start over with that one. We're already looking at and talking to some developers that are very interested in this. This is on Cicero Avenue, right at the 294 exit. A highly desirable place to have a TIF.
Right.
So we would like to see if we can't revive that one. And along with that, we're also we have 2 important sales corridors. Cicero Avenue from basically from the canal all the way to the Metropolitan Sanitary District Canal,
right,
all the way to 111th Street, and then on Pulaski, same thing from the canal all the way to 115th Street. These are high traffic count areas. Cicero has 48,000 vehicles a day traverse that corridor, and Pulaski has 42,000 vehicles a day. They're highly desirable for sales corridors, retail sales.
So basically, this is an area that you've actually done a study on to see that retail would definitely fit within that boundary.
Absolutely. We had the Hitchcock Group came in, which is a famous corporation that actually does urban studies and urban planning. They did an extensive study for us, helping us to identify what would be viable there and what would not. We don't have the luxury of having a blank canvas. This is an older town. These things have been long established. There's some older buildings. The properties are rather shallow. Makes it kind of difficult to have a large box store or even a mid box store.
Sure.
The properties are kind of shallow. But there are things that they identified that we can do. With 42,000 vehicles a day coming down there, and there's a large residential populations on both sides of Pulaski all the way through that corridor, which would make it certainly conducive to a shopping district of the type where people could walk from their homes. We could use some more restaurants along there. We take a look at the area itself needs improvement in that the pavement is bad on the streets. The Pulaski Avenue itself needs to be widened. We need to bring our street lighting up to current standards. And then, of course, we'd like the amenities that you see in other places. 95th Street, for instance, you have brick parkways, you have the antique pedestrian street lighting, you have those something that I don't see other places that we'd like to also put in would be a couple of plazas where walking shoppers could sit down and maybe have a fountain or a clock tower.
So I think what people need to understand that there is property available, and there's obviously for a viable business. They really could take advantage of the area.
Right. Currently, there are several properties available that mom and pop operations should be looking at. Now's the time. The contracting business is very slow, and so you have a lot of opportunities to get something put up in.
And I appreciate you coming on and talking to us about this. I'm so sorry that we've run out of time, but I wish you the best with that particular area, and I know you're doing a great job, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on this edition of Comcast Newsmakers.
The preceding was a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. Now back to CNN Headline News.